Reserves. Gentleman from New York is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield myself as much time as I may consume.
The gentleman's recognized.
I appreciate my colleague's passion and understand this is a very serious and important matter. But leaving aside the goals of the underlying section of the Senate version of the bill, I think it's extremely important to say that this effort is a distraction from the job at hand, which is to pass a transportation bill. I say again, the job at hand is to pass a transportation bill that's going to keep this country's vital transportation system resilient, robust, and a future contributor to economic growth. I think it's unfortunate, but it is too often that in Congress, efforts are made to slip in extraneous sections into bills that have nothing to do with the issue at hand, regardless of their merits. In this case, the section in question is a tax bill. I say again, it's a tax bill, and it's written into a section of existing law under the sole jurisdiction of the Financial Services Committee, which in turn is being considered in, of all things, a highway bill. This is why the American people think that there's insanity going on. This is merely an attempt to paper over spending without actually finding the money to pay for it. This is not how our constituents expect us to do business, Mr. Speaker. This proposal could and it should come before both Ways and Means and Financial Services Committees, where it would get the very serious consideration that it deserves. The business of this Congress can and must be tackling our country's enormous fiscal challenges and getting American workers back into productive jobs. The best way we as Congress can do that is by focusing on the tasks at hand instead of distracting ourselves. And we distract ourselves constantly with issues unrelated to our nation's pressing infrastructure needs. When it's time to consider tax law, and specifically tax evasion, I'm confident that the Congress will do the right thing. However, this transportation bill is not the right venue for this discussion. It's important to note that this is a non-binding procedural vote. A vote for or against this motion does not impact the outcome of the conference negotiations. Therefore, I urge my colleagues to vote no on this motion to instruct, and with that I will reserve the balance of my time.
Gentleman reserves. Gentleman from Texas is recognized.